Is that true that usually it's older men who marry very, very young women?
I was the first Afghan client came to this city.
How will they feel about a traveler from America in Afghanistan?
Where are you from? I said, Afghanistan. And they said, what are you doing here? Just go to your country.
Like you don't even have to learn a different language to fight for your dreams here. I'm here in the studio with Hamid Safi from Afghanistan. Welcome to the show and thank you so much for visiting me today. This is the first time I've ever met somebody from Afghanistan. I'm very excited to learn about your homeland, your culture, and what's most important, your journey to the US. So let's start with your background. Share a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm from Afghanistan, like west side of Afghanistan. Which called Kunar province, but I lived in my whole life in Kabul, Afghanistan, which is the capital of Afghanistan. I lived there, and my journey when it was I wasn't know that I will be going to US, and suddenly everyone knows in the world like what situation came in Afghanistan, how everything fall and government fall, and everything is now in the hand of Taliban. When they came, like it was like from 2000 when the Taliban took over and that time Taliban took over the country, and how they did give a punishment to the people and how hard their time was. From that time, like everyone was, that fear was in everyone heard, and like, okay, what will happen and what we will do. Everyone was scared. Then I was like at home, and I went to city for my brother called me to come help me with his shop to take his equipments to his house, because no one knows like who can like steal that equipments from his store. When I took that equipments with him in his store, and then I went home back, then my brother called me, can you come to the city? When I went back again there, and I didn't tell my mom and father or my brothers like I will be going somewhere. When I got there, I went to the airport, and when I went to the airport, it was too many people, like in more than 100,000 people was there like in the airport. On that night, I went back to my brother's place, and next night I went again to the airport, and that time I was able to inside, and when I went inside, they were checking documents, and they checked my documents, everything, and I will get into the airport. But in airport, we spent more than 2 nights or more than 2 days, and there was not food, only water was available, and I like there 2 nights and 2 days I was drinking water only, and my family, my parents doesn't know I'm in the airport and I'm going somewhere. No one was know. My only that brother knows when I call him like I'm inside to the airport, and I told him don't tell anyone because no one knows what will happen.
So you were trying to escape your country.
Yes, like everyone was trying to go out from the country, and that time that fear was inside. And the biggest thing, when I was outside, there was firing. Because US Army and Afghanistan Army, they were doing protection of the airport. From that side was also firing. But most important, like the Taliban, they were standing in front of you and they were firing in the sky. And no one knows, like if their hands shake, you will be die. And I was shocked, like in my life, I didn't see that type of things. And like I was like looking to that guy who is firing in the sky, and I was looking like this to him. Like, then I was shocked. I don't know what's going on. When I came here, and when I was thinking about those things, like why I was standing to that guy and he's firing in the sky, and I was shocked. Like I never seen that type of things in my life. And that when I went inside and that spent that time, and after that I went to Qatar. We went in the army airplane to the Qatar. In the Qatar, like we spent almost like 14 to 16 hours, and we little bit rest and that thing. And there was fingerprints, biometrics, and taking pictures and interview questions there. And after Qatar, we went to Bulgaria, Germany, and then to Washington here. And after that, from Virginia, from Washington to Virginia, from Virginia, they sent us to Wisconsin Army camp, and we were there like more than 2 months there.
Wow, you got to see basically the entire America.
Yeah.
And then you ended up here.
Yeah, it was hard. Like it was hard situation for me, because I it's my first time outside of the country, like in US, and I don't know anyone here. When I was in the camp, I spent more than 2 months, and they sent me to Springfield. And Springfield was the place I don't know anyone. And like I was shocked, like which place I'm going.
It's in the middle of nowhere.
And that time I went, like there was a girl, she was working on that with IOM, and I asked like her, do you know where I'm going? Like what kind of place that is? She told me like, okay, you can go, and I'm telling you it's a nice place, and you can. I'm not telling you to spend whole life you are there, but spend at least a few months there and enjoy. And like I said, okay. When I came here, like to the airport, where I'm working now.
You work at the airport?
No. Where I'm working with Refugee Resettlement Agency, they came to pick me up and take me, and they helped me with that. I'm working with them. I'm helping refugees with their, now working with that. And they came and helped me with that. And they took me to the home, and I was sitting here like, you know, in Islam religion, we eating only halal. Halal foods and their things, and I was in like there is halal restaurants, there is halal foods or not. Like I was shocked. And
McDonald's is what you get.
And that lady, she was also doesn't had an experience with halal food and that thing. She in like she was working there like more than 5 years, and she wasn't received any Muslim client before. And I was there like okay, and I was the first Afghan client came to this city.
Wow. First one. And how long was that ago?
It was in 2021, October.
Wow.
I still remember
so 3 years ago.
Yes, 3 years ago. When I came here, like I was there. And I was like shocked when I came here because no one, I was like how long you will use your phone and sitting in the home. When I came out in front of the apartment, okay, where I will go. I was living in like Glenston, Seminole Glenston. I was living there, and okay, there is nothing to do, and I wasn't know anything. I didn't say anything.
So you are here by yourself, right? You
Alone,
moved here as a refugee by yourself. You don't have any family members here. No. You don't have any, well, now you do, but at the time you didn't have any friends to connect with and spend time with. You were all alone, pretty much.
Yeah, I was alone. Like still my whole family is in Afghanistan. When I came here, and I didn't have friends. I was about a lot of things. And after a few weeks, that lady came to me, and there was Afghan arrival started, and then she told me, I need your help. And as a volunteer, I started working with her, like, okay, this is better than sitting at home. And I went with her to the airport pickups, like family was coming, and I was interpreting for them because most Afghans, they don't speak English. And my English was not that bad, and my English was good. Like, okay, I was helping her like middle of the night, evening time, daytime, just pick up the family and take them to their apartments or homes. If we don't have homes for them, then we were putting them in the hotels, and that time and helping them with the different things, providing them like hot meal and buying foods for them. But we helped them with that, like, and after that, a few months, the lady, she offered me a job, like, you can work with me.
Great.
Yes, and I said, okay, I will work with you. It doesn't mean like I started working with them in it's called International Institute, helping refugees, and they're like bringing refugee IOM, which is International of Immigration Migration. They're sending people like refugee here. Wow. Like we are gathering that. After that, like I started working with them in the December, I think. And when December I started working with them and the same working, then I decided like, okay, I left my life there. I was a medical student, and I studied different things there. And when I was coming here, I was a medical student of 6th semester. Like it was my 6th semester. Almost a few years was left to graduate as a doctor. When I came here, like I said, okay, medical will be hard for me here to working, and also studying is hard, like especially medical field. And I said, okay, if I didn't do medical, I still need to have some kind of degree. And then I started computer science, like in OTC, Ozark Technical College. And when I studied that, I'm graduating. Like I had a few classes this summer is finished yet, and one class left. I will be graduating in December from associate degree. But I started my master now. In the fall semester, I will be master student in MSU.
Wow.
I will be studying project management in MSU as a master
Just 3
student.
years and already such a big background,
Yes,
Hamid.
like,
Wow.
I started like I need to have like kind of education background. I want and it's my parents wants me to study also. But for me, the hard thing is like I need to work. Without work, here is my expenses, my family. I need to send it to them also, and also to take care of the education like here to spend like that.
Absolutely.
And without that, it's hard for me.
So can you walk me through your first couple of days in America? What did you think of America when you just moved here?
I can tell you the first 2 days when I came to US, we were in the army camp. We didn't went outside, and the camp we were, there is all Afghans, like there was nothing else, like we can say like, okay, I saw a lot of difference. But when I came here, it was different for me. First of all, I was shocked, like I wasn't know anyone, and when I came see a lot of things outside, like, okay, it's America now in the US. And you know, this is dream country, like everyone wants to go here. And I didn't came like I had a dream to go, but I didn't. No one knows like I will be able to go to the US. When I came here, like seeing outside, I came outside and walk a little bit in that road, in Gladstone Road and that place. And I saw, okay, it's a pretty good, like small houses and these things. Like not, I'm saying like the houses like a lot 12 floor buildings or that. I'm not saying like the houses here made from wood, like but in Afghanistan no houses were made from wood. They're all houses made from cements and like that thing, stones. I mean, I said, okay, this is the different.
Different.
Yes, but it's like cute and cool houses here. Like when you're seeing this, like it's good, it's nice. Like
what about American people? What did you think of Americans?
You know, everywhere is a good people and bad people. And I can give you example like 5 fingers of hand is not the similar. But most of the people, like more than 90% people is nice. And they here when I came, there was people, they helped me a lot. Like I didn't had a car, I didn't had anything when I came. They helped me with a lot of things here. Especially they helped me with the laptop for my school. They bought a laptop for me for the school. And a lot of things they helped me taking around like that things. That people was awesome people for me.
Okay, but what about bad people? Now I'm curious. Have you met anybody who said something offensive or maybe a stereotype about where you're from?
No, I didn't see a lot of bad people. I met one person like that time, and I was in the Butterfield Mall, and we were there was another guy. We were talking in different language, and the guy asked, where are you from? I said, Afghanistan. And they said, what are you doing here? Just go to your country. That was like only in my 3 years life.
What are you doing in the mall? Just go home. You should have said that to him.
Yeah, I heard that word, only one word, like bad word, only here. And I said, I was stopped. I said, I didn't want to argue with you, and I didn't want to go deep about these things. This is your imagination and your thoughts. I cannot talk about that. And I left that place and went home back.
So that was the only bad encounter that you've
only
ever had?
bad. I'm saying like more than 90% people here is nice people. And they help me a lot. And you know, in foreign countries, in your home country, they are not thinking about the people. And if you show them like how the good people are here, they're always thinking about the war and these things in our different countries. Yes, and if you show them like how the kindness and how like helpful people are there, and they are so kind. If you show them there, like they will understand about what's going on. But if you American people tell by their self to them, they will not understand. If as an immigrant come here and they tell them, they will believe like, yes, okay, that is the same. Yes.
What about some challenges that you encountered ever since your refugee journey ended and you became a citizen or resident here in America, right?
Yes.
You're not a citizen yet.
Yeah, that is like that's a good question. I'm still in that problem. Like when you applying for your documents, here is a long process and taking hard time. Now I applied for my I was like asylum. I applied for asylum that time. I came through with them, but still they asked like you need to apply asylum. When I applied asylum, my asylum approved in 2022 around May or something like that. I waited 1 year and I applied for green card. I applied for green card like 2023 February, but still I'm waiting for my green card. It's almost 18 months, but I didn't got my green card. That is the hardest time like ever, like I'm facing with that challenges, like why they are not. And what I'm hearing from other people in other states and other cities, they got their green card within 1 year. The same case, the same things. But I'm little worried about that things. Why? I have that question always with me. Why? Only the people they can answer that. USCIS people like they can answer.
So it's documents.
Yes,
the documentation part of immigration is challenging.
Is most of the big challenging is that problem. Yeah.
What about your culture? Were you able to still celebrate some holidays that you used to in Afghanistan here, or follow some traditions? You mentioned a little bit about food also.
Yes, here in Springfield we don't have Afghani restaurants. If you wanted to eat Afghani restaurant thing, like Afghani food or something, you need to go to other city. Like in St. Louis, we have a Afghani restaurant.
Oh.
Yeah, we have 2 Afghani restaurants there, and we have one more Afghani restaurants in Chicago or these places. But here in Springfield, we don't have that. And another culture thing here, like in Afghanistan, we were not shaking hands. To girls, we were not like, if she's not my sister or the people I don't know, we are not shaking hands like. But here when I came, everyone was shaking hands. I still remember my director. She was giving hands, wants to shake hands with me in airport. But I don't know what I was thinking at that time. I was a little shocked, but I gave like 2 or 3 fingers on that time to her. Like, and the funny thing is, always when we doing some meeting or something, she is mentioning to others like Hamid was like that. Now Hamid changed. Like when I spend time and I realized there is the culture. Like you need to hug or you need to shake hands. Also both. Now it's 3 years I can hug and I can shake hands. But on the first time that was a totally more different like culture shock for me, like shaking hands and that thing, because in our country that is not, this is irrespectful. Like if you shaking hands with other girls you don't know, is disrespect for her. But here is respect. You need to give a hug or you need to shake a hand. If you don't know a girl but still you need to hug or you need to shake a hand. But that was totally different thing for me. And the food things, still we are like Springfield doesn't have a lot of options for halal foods, and especially
just Amazon maybe.
Yeah, like here when I want to go to eat like halal foods, we are going, there is a few restaurant, Kebab Sheikh we have here. We have Zyka. Zyka is not that much good, but it's a Zyka here. We have one, it's in Campbell Street, but I forgot that name. That is also a good restaurant. We are going to eat there.
Shout out to all of them. Sponsor my podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, there are good restaurants. Like, they need to sponsor you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's talk a little bit about your future aspirations. You've been here for 3 years. Are you planning to stay here in America, or is your final goal to move back to your family?
The thing is here, my final goal will be like to bring family here if they want. Like I want to live with my family, and I love my family. Here the culture are different. When you become 18, you need your parents living separate, and you need to separate. You have your own life. But in our country, we're living for each other. For us, the parents and siblings are everything for us. If we want to live, we want to live for them. And I love my parents and my siblings a lot. I want, like, when I become a citizen, and I have only that one wish, to see my all family alive when I go to visit them. That is that wish I have now. But about your question, like, if I go back home, I destroyed my life there. there is no opportunity for me, especially if there is no jobs, nothing. What you will do there? If I graduated from master also, and if I go there is no job, what I will do there? And especially when there is like girls, you cannot go to school after 6th grade in Afghanistan nowadays.
Why?
They are not allowing them. That is the question we need to ask from them. Why you are not allowing them?
Was it always like that, or is it just like a recent change?
When the Taliban took over the country.
Oh.
That is the hardest time. And the job is for their own people. In government, job is for their own people, not for the other people who worked before in the government, who has the talent, who has the skills. That's only. And no, like a lot of people, now businessmen, they didn't want to open like factories or these things to make a business there, because everyone is scared. How I will go and I'm worried about myself. I need to get my documents, because now I started my life here and I need to build my future here. If I go they send me from here to there, what? Destroy life here, destroy life there, what I will do? There's another thing for me.
So you're here for the American dream?
Yes, I'm here for American dream. Yes.
What do you think of that concept? What is the American dream for you?
American dream is true. And I'm saying like America is the opportunity country. There is a lot of opportunity. When I am talking with a lot of people here, like in our country, when you are a student, especially high school student, you don't have opportunity to work. There is no places you can work but here you have a lot of opportunities to work, and you have a lot of opportunity to study. A lot of things is here for you. Like sometimes I'm talking with the people who are living here and students, or as a refugee, they're coming the whole family here. I'm telling them, you're like, you have a lot of opportunity. You need to give a time to your study also. Like you don't have a lot of responsibility of your family to take care of it. If they are outside of the country, you need to take care of them. You have all family here. They are working. Everyone is working. You guys making money. I'm telling you, just make that much money. You can take care of yourself and give a time to your study. After a few years, you will make like your dreams. You have your life. You make it brighter. Like because if you study up whatever you interest you have, here is an opportunity. You can have a good jobs and that. And another thing, in America, if you have your small business, your own business, you make a good lot of difference. And like everyone wants to have a good life in the future, and everyone wants, like, that is my lot of dreams, like to graduate from master. First, I want to have like a good job. If I started like a business, I want to start a business, but that will be a good thing for me. Yeah.
Do you think American dream still exists here for Americans?
Yes, absolutely. For them also, like, I'm seeing a few type of Americans. One, they are really hard workers. Honestly, there is opportunity, but you need to be a hard worker. Most of them, I'm seeing them, they are really hard workers. They're doing hard work and they're making money. Some of them, I'm seeing they are lazy. That they are not taking the advantage of that things. That's one of the reason they are lazy. They are not doing things on their time and working. That's the reason they're becoming homeless. Dreams still existing for them, because they have, like, from childhood, they have a lot of opportunities, a lot of things for them. Especially if they have like government grants for them to study. Until high school, they are free for them. And after that, if they're going to university, there is a lot of opportunity. They can get federal grants for the university, and they can make their dream. And most of them, they can make their own business.
And what's most importantly, they all speak their own language. Like, you don't even have to learn a different language to fight for your dreams here.
That is another big thing, like, for them. They have English from the start. Like,
yes, they don't even have the accent that, throws some people off sometimes. Like,
yeah, that's like most of the people, like, for foreigners, like when they're going to jobs and they're looking for their ethnicity, and also they're looking for like the English ability, how much they have. And because if someone see me, like, when I'm speaking English, pretty good understanding. Like he's from not here. Like his third or fourth language is not his first language. But for Americans, they have English and they have a lot of things. Like they can go.
Absolutely. Yeah. I agree with that. And finally, before we step into a break, what has been your proudest moment so far?
For me, the proudest moment is supporting my family and getting education, both together at the same time. Yeah, I'm proud of myself also about that, like supporting my family and take care of my education.
And what advice would you give to other immigrants from Afghanistan?
I'm giving that advice, like most of the people they are coming, they're forgetting their families. One, and when they are coming here, they are like working and spending their money without wasting things. I'm telling them, make your future bright. And especially for the people who don't speak English when they came here, I'm telling them the start of few months is the months you need to learn English. And that will help you a lot. And I gave that advice to a lot of people here. Most of them, they speak English. Most of them, they're trying. But that is the important thing. Like always, you will not have an interpreter with you. And the first a few months is the months you need to learn English.
Welcome back. You're listening and watching the American Dream podcast. I'm here with Hamid Safi. Is it Safi or Safi? I feel like I'm
Safi.
Pronouncing it wrong.
Safi. You are
Safi.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
Hamid Safi. And we're about to take a trip back home. How do you feel about that?
It's a dream for me, for my country. Everyone, if you live like more than 10 years or like 20 years, you still have that dream to go back your country and see your country around, like how you feeling, like comfort feeling there in your country. That is different feeling.
When was the last time you were home?
It was in 2021. Before
when you were moving.
Yeah,
okay.
Before that, like I wanted to go my home country back, but depend on the situation, how the situation is going on there.
So you don't have any specific plans yet. You just want to eventually.
Yes, I want to go back, like to see my country, not for visit, but depend on the situation, how the situation is.
Absolutely.
Yes. And in our country, like a lot of good places you can visit, beautiful places, like unbelievable places there.
That was going to be my first question. What sets Afghanistan apart from other countries as a unique destination for travelers?
You know, in our country, like it's not like a big country. Like US, like it's a big states and that things. We have a small country, but we have a nice, beautiful places like mountains, rivers. We don't have ocean, but we have.
You scared me. I thought the board was about to blow up here or something.
No, it's my watch.
Over. Okay.
Yeah, it has like a lot of mountains, rivers. A lot of beautiful places you can visit. We don't have ocean, but we have a lot of rivers and ocean. And there is one place called Nuristan.
Called Nuristan?
No. The place name is Nuristan. That is a province. And if you go there, it's famous now as a national park. It's naturally beautiful. Naturally, you will feel a lot of comfort there. We have Bamiyan. We have like that. A lot of places you can, Cunard, we have Mazar-e Sharif, we have a lot of different provinces you can go and visit there. And
when I was Googling actually your country, like Afghanistan, it showed me a lot of fields, a lot of mountains, and a lot of like greenery, which I was surprised about because before this interview, I totally thought that Afghanistan is like sand and like desert for some reason.
No, it's not like that. We have a lot of mountains in our country. And capital of Kabul is not that much green. Like a lot of trees and that things. It still is a green, but not that much. But other provinces, especially Bamiyan or Nuristan, Cunard province, we have green mountains and rivers there. And the wood of that in Nuristan and Cunard province, that wood is so famous in the country, in the world, like. And also fruits. In Afghanistan, fruit is like, here when I'm buying fruits, I honestly, I am
plastic.
Not plastic. That is the good word for use. It is a plastic. But that food It's a so like you can enjoy it. It's a so good taste on that. Like each fruits. We have pomegranates. It's the famous pomegranates in there, like
from Afghanistan.
From Afghanistan,
I never
and
knew that.
they're sending to other country also. Yeah,
interesting.
Yeah, we have watermelons. We have apples. We have almonds. We have oranges. A lot of different fruits. Like every time we have different fruits.
Is it because the climate is warmer?
It depends like which city, which province. Some provinces are cold. Some provinces are hot. Like Kabul, is like Springfield. Sometimes they have a hot. Sometimes
bipolar.
Yes, but some provinces we have hot provinces. They have a lot of different fruits. Depend on the provinces. Yes.
So, where do you recommend a tourist to start their travel experience from in Afghanistan?
First of all, when anyone tourist wants to go, first they need to go to Kabul. From Kabul, it will start always. And there is a lot of options to see in Kabul also, and there's a lot of options of food. One thing, you need to start from there. Then you need to go to Nuristan. You will be going through Laghman province, then Nangarhar province, then you will go to Kunar province. From Kunar province, you will go to see Nuristan. This is a good thing. If you want to see Nuristan, you need to cross that 3 provinces. And it's not that much long, like if you suppose go from here to California, 28 hours driving. No, it's not like that much. You can go there by, if the roads are like here, it will be 10 hours, but if the roads are like it will be like 15, 16 hours. But you will stay at different places to enjoy their places. There is a lot of good places coming on the way. But one, you need to see Nuristan provinces, Kunar province. Then you need to see Mazar-e Sharif is called a good province. And another province is a good province, like beautiful province is Bamiyan.
Okay.
It's a really good province. I will show you the pictures of that. That is a good province, like a lot of beautiful places there. You need to go see Kunduz or Kandahar. A lot of good places in Afghanistan. You need that places.
What about transportation? So you mentioned a lot of different towns to visit, but how do you transport yourself in Afghanistan?
Transportation is not like here. If you wanted to go say somewhere, you need to have your own car. A lot of time like here, public transportation sucks here in Springfield. Honestly, it's not a good place.
No.
When I'm experienced with the refugees, it's not good. But in Afghanistan, always taxis are available and is cheaper than here. It's not expensive like here. And another thing, you can rent a whole taxi for whole day and it will be not as a Uber like here, too expensive. One. And another thing, from each province to other province, there is a public transportation going. And it's a lot cheaper and comfortable. And it's not one kind of like, there are buses going and like small vans are going. And small cars are going. Whatever vehicle you want to go with, you can go and buy your own. Like go with that and give a specific prices. Like for the bus will be cheaper, the van will be cheaper than the small vehicle, and then a small vehicle like it's a different prices will be.
So speaking of prices, let's talk a little bit about how expensive is it to travel to Afghanistan? What is the currency exchange if someone is from America and they want to visit Afghanistan?
Yeah, it's first of all, you need to have the expensive thing for you will be buying ticket from here to Afghanistan.
So plane tickets.
Plane tickets will be expensive from you. Like it depend on the tickets. Also, prices are depend on the situation. Also, how the situation is in Afghanistan. If they have a lot of flights, they don't have flights. Like it's depend on that also. If you find a good cheaper ticket, flight ticket, and then there like $1 is exchanging to 70 Afghani. Like $1, if you exchange it to our money, it will be our 70 Afghani. And if you have like $1,000, then it means you have 70,000 Afghani rupees. And 70,000 rupees, you can do a lot of things. I will tell you with 500 Afghani rupees, like it's coming through like not $8-9. $8-9, you can eat the best food in Afghanistan.
What is the average salary in Afghanistan? Just to put it in perspective.
It's depend, like before in the government time, it was average salaries from 15,000 to 30.
Afghani or?
Afghani, not a dollar. Dollar will be $200 like that. It will be not a lot. But it was depend, like if you working with international companies and that things was there on that time, it was like from $500, $300, $400. But government job was like if you working, it will be 15,000, 12,000, 13,000. It was like that salary.
So it's overall, it's not going to be too expensive to travel to Afghanistan.
No, it's not too expensive there. It's not too much expensive. You can survive with less money there.
What about safety? I know that safety is a big concern for a lot of people right now.
You cannot expect anything. Honestly, from this government, which is there, I'm not saying like there are dangers also. If you go there, no one is expecting what will happen with you. Maybe you will be safe. No one knows. But you cannot also believe on them. If you see the background and that things, you cannot believe on them also. If tell me, like people who are not allowing the girls go to school like after 6th grade, and if they're going to religion things, I'm Muslim, and in our religion says knowledge is incumbent on male and female. It's clearly saying in our religion. Then from which religion you are saying they are not allowed to go to school? Yeah, it's I will say it's 50-50 thing.
So go at your own risk.
Yeah, it's a risk. It's a risk. It's a risk.
How are people in Afghanistan? How will they feel about a traveler from America in Afghanistan?
You know, our Afghans are already. The Afghanistan is the hospitality place, and like I will tell you, Afghans are brave and they are like so that like they like tourists so much, and they're always inviting them to come to their house and food and these things, and they're taking them tours to different places. They really like to give a tours, and they show the actual Afghanistan, how actual Afghans are. Not the news like who have the government, not they're talking about that. I know they are like uneducated people, and they are not, most of them are uneducated people, and I can say clearly about that. But the people whole like normal people, I will say, who is the whole country of that, they are so nice people, Afghanistan. And if you go to see the hospitality of them, kindness of them, you will enjoy them. You will like it so much. But I like that interferes of other things, and especially that politics interferes like.
Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman traveling by yourself in Afghanistan?
It doesn't matter.
You will still be
but welcomed? In this situation?
Probably not.
Probably I will say no. In this situation, probably I will say no. But like in government time, it was safe. It was safe. It was good things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there any etiquette or a dress code that, for example, a woman should follow in Afghanistan while traveling there?
Yeah. You know, in Afghanistan, they are not wearing like the clothes, something in the body of the woman can show hair, like that, different place, different things, and most of you cannot, the women are not wearing shorts. Men's are also like some men's they are wearing shorts, like especially when they are doing sports or that thing, but more women they are not wearing shorts. It's the general thing, the culture thing for them, and most of them they are wearing hijabs. Like my sisters, they are wearing hijab, like it's nothing like. We can like it's more respectful thing for especially from our religion thing. But you can go there, anything you want to do, you can do that things.
Because you're a traveler, obviously.
Yes.
So nobody's gonna come up to you and be like, put a hijab on your woman.
Now this time maybe this time.
But
back it was not like that. Like you can be on that time most of people they wearing shirts and jeans on that time. We had that people they wearing jeans and
Okay, what about language in Afghanistan? Do you need to know a little bit of, is it Afghani language?
No.
What language?
We have two different languages.
Is it Arabic?
No, it's Pashto and Dari.
Okay.
Totally different names. The famous language in Afghanistan is Pashto, which is 85% of people there speaking Pashto, or 75 to 85% people speak Pashto.
Uh-huh.
And after that, we have Dari language.
Dari?
Dari, Dari. Most people they're speaking that Dari language also. After Dari, we have a lot of different languages, which is Pashai, we have Uzbeki, we have Tajik, but different language we have. But most people they are like always you can solve your problem if you speak Pashto or Dari. But it's not doesn't matter if you are a tourist. You can hire someone with you for a few days.
Or Google Translator.
Or Google Translator, yes. Always Pashto and Dari is available in that Google Translator. And like most of the people now, like I'm not saying nowadays, but before, like more than 70% people were educated in Kabul. Like most of them, they were speaking English. They can understand that a lot of things. If you want, you can speak with a lot of different people. And without hiring, you can find the people can go around with you freely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Like I tell you, like a lot, they are so kind, and Afghans are so kind. They can help you with, like, they can go with you other cities also to give you tours, and they will be freely translated for you things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but if someone wants to know a little bit of Pashto,
yes.
What is the sentence that you would recommend them to know? I want to learn a little.
If you ask from someone, how are you? That is Sangaye.
Sangaye?
Yes, Sangaye. And the answer will be Khayam.
Khayam?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Sangaye?
Yeah,
Khayam.
Yes, that is the easiest sentence. Like always when you meeting here, this is the question you are asking everyone. Like, how are you? I'm fine. Like, Khayam. Sangaye.
So it's similar like in America, you ask someone, how are you?
Yes. Always you meeting someone like asking, how are you?
You don't say hello?
We saying salam alaikum. That is in Arabic, everything is the same.
Okay.
Salam alaikum, yeah.
Okay.
Like it's in every language, like Arabic is the same. In Dari also we say salam. Like we are doing that things. Sangaye, how are you? Like it's common word, like every language speaker, if they're meeting, they're asking that question, like, how are you? And they're saying, Khayam. I'm fine.
What about a popular proverb in Afghanistan that you guys say when something happens? Or, for example, Americans say you can, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get this wrong, you can kill 2 rabbits with one shot or something like that, or 2 birds with one shot.
Oh, it's same like yutir dwakhkara.
Yutir dwakhkara.
Dwakhkara, like with one shot you can do 2 things. We have also the same proverb.
So it's the same, okay.
Yeah, it's the same proverb. Like with one shot you can do 2 things. Like you can kill 2 things or do 2 things. Like we call like that with one payutir dwakhkara.
One payutir dwakhkara. Payu.
Tir.
Payutir.
Yeah, dwa khkara.
Khkara.
Yeah, dwa means 2.
It's a hard language to pronounce.
Pashto is hard language. Yeah.
Even though it sounds like a similar dialect to Russian language with like the dry dialect and the accent, but I still can't. It's the syllables that I would never imagine being together next to each other.
Especially when you didn't hear before, it's really tough. Pashto is really tough language to learn.
Yes,
like,
yes,
and we have another proverb, like another one. Payogul na pasar lekigi.
I will never be able to pronounce this.
And it's mean like with one flower, spring is not coming. From one flower, spring is not coming. It's mean like why people are saying it. People are saying you need to have a teamwork. Not a one person can do something and they can make it. If you are teamwork, you can make it. Like it's saying, from a lot of flowers, spring can come, but not from one flower.
That's not relatable to American people. I feel like they're more individualistic.
Yeah, like in our country, that is important. Like
yes, absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about hidden gems or off the beaten spots that a tourist should visit. What would you recommend them to see? Maybe like interesting forests or.
Like I will tell you, there is in Mazar-e Sharif we have a place, a kind of mosque things. You need to go see that place, and I tell you, like which called National Park. In Mazar-e Sharif, they need to see that place. In Kabul, there is 2 places. They need to see that first place called Paghman, which is forest things and a lot of water, cold waters, and also in Bamiyan, there is a lot of historical things. They need to go and see that things. And especially the water in Bamiyan is like you're saying someone made a swimming pool, but it's not a swimming. It's a lot of best place to see that place. Yes.
Any events or festivals to see in Afghanistan?
In Afghanistan, like especially 2 things are really famous. There is one Eid, like for a small Eid and big Eid. And they are really celebrating with joy. And there was most of the people there celebrating New Year. We have different New Year from here. Like it's not
different calendar.
Yeah, different calendar. Yeah, it's not like 2025 or like that. Starting, it will be not that year. It's a different. We call like
What year is it in Afghanistan?
It's 1990 or so, like it's going like that.
Oh, yeah, interesting.
And it's like similar. Iran is also celebrating with us the same thing. Yeah, like that is the 3 things they are celebrating a lot. Like every year they are celebrating, especially the Eids. Here, if you have here in like Eid, you need to go to work. Here, like always, I'm taking day off because I need to go pray mosque and do prayer and meet some people there. But in Afghanistan, you have 3 to 1 week off for that, and you need to celebrate the whole week.
Must
for
be
that.
Nice.
Yeah, but here no, no that things here are available. Yeah.
Okay, so what about food? Let's talk about food in Afghanistan. What is the main dish to try for everyone who wants to travel there?
Kabuli palau.
What is that?
It's meat with rice, and it's really good. You should try that. And if you go to a big city, big state here in our US, you can find that also here. And another one is mantu.
Mantu?
Yes, mantu.
I might know what that is.
Yeah, you might know that. Like,
is it like a big dumpling?
Dumpling is kind of a dumpling, yes.
But like big?
Yes, it's like big. And
you hold it like this?
You can hold it like that. You can eat with the spoon also. And inside is ground beef and this thing they are putting.
Yes.
Like, yeah, it's a dumpling like that.
Mante.
Yes.
We call them mante in Russia.
Then it's the same.
Yes, mantu, mante, yes.
Yes, we have that. There is, like we have... In Afghanistan, we are not eating anything without bread.
Okay.
Afghani bread is famous here also, like Afghani bread. But here, if you eating veggie or anything, you need to eat with spoon. If you eating meat, like you need to eat with spoon. No, like we eating with that bread. Another thing, like there, and always eat fresh fruit and available there. You can find any fresh fruit anytime there is available. We have it's called like rosh. Rosh, how you will be doing? It's meat, potato, and a little bit onion, and these things you are putting, and you are on the
bread.
No. You closing it and
dough?
No. That meat, potato, little bit oil, and a little bit tomatoes and these things. You putting the whole thing like in there, and you closing it, and the fire need to be slowly. We call that dampoch. Like you need to give a time and slowly they need to cook. And another one we have dampoch. Dampoch mean like you putting rice and meat together and close that thing and with slowly fire and leaving that for a long time. When you are coming back, it's cooked meat and rice together, and it is a lot of taste that have. And we have dupaisa. It's called dupaisa, like meat and onions. You cooking that It's a lot of taste there. I missed all of these foods. I didn't
Yes,
eat for
I
a
can
long
tell.
time.
I can tell you got so excited talking about
Yeah.
food. And lastly, before we step into another break, what is the item that everyone should bring with them from their trip from Afghanistan?
First of all, I will tell you, for women, we have a lot of beautiful clothes. They should try that. And if any woman wear that clothes, they will be looking so beautiful on that. It's so nice clothes. First of all, they need to try that clothes and bring it with them.
Is it like dresses?
Yeah,
or?
it's a long dress. And if you wear it, it's so nice and so beautiful. And for men's also, we have different clothes. If anyone going there, first of all, and everyone is going there trying it. Anyone I saw a tourist went there, they try it and they bring it with themselves. And when I'm wearing here, most of people they're asking me, where you bought this? I want this one. And it's a really nice thing. The first thing you need to bring with you is clothes.
Welcome back. You're listening and watching the American Dream podcast. This half of the podcast is dedicated to beautiful items that my foreign guests bring with them from their homeland. So usually I recommend people to stop listening to us on Spotify and check out our YouTube, the American Dream podcast, to see all these items we're about to discuss.
Yes.
So, Hamid, share a little bit about the items that remind you of home the most.
The first thing is flag.
Of course.
Always flag remind you your country. And our flag has 3 different colors.
Yes.
Which is black, red, and green.
Do they represent something?
Yeah, they're representing different things. Like I forgot the whole thing, but I know like I was know in my own language before, like, but I forgot like every color has a different meaning. Like I will give you example. Some people thinking about our black color is a darkness and it's a dark country, but it's like a unsafe country and it's like killing country. But that dark is not mean like that. That dark means like after that dark we have a brightness always, and we are going to that brightness. We are on the way
red
to
color.
The red color, like that. I forgot which color is that. Yeah, and people are thinking about that. Yes. But the thing is here, I know like every color has a different meaning, and I forgot. It's like a whole 1 or 2 pages things I need to read that thing and talk about it, and I forgot. But every color we have a different meaning. Yes.
Do you know what green represents?
I think the first one thing I know a little bit is represent the greenness of the country and also brightness of the country, but I told you, like, I forgot. I didn't want to say something wrong, like I forgot about
Yes. And the symbol on this flag is...
Oh, yeah. This is the symbol, like, the middle symbol, that is the presidential house in Afghanistan.
okay.
Is the same like this, like in the middle. That is the presidential house there, like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we call that ARG. ARG, ARG. And that is a presidential house. It's the similar like that. Yeah.
And you brought this flag with you when you were immigrating here?
This is a good story about this flag. I was here, and when I came as a refugee, after a few months, I helped. There is one church people, they were helping other family, and as a volunteer, I helped them with interpretation and going with them a lot of things. I helped them. Then one time they invited me, you can go with us and drink a coffee. And I went with the coffee, and they brought me gift. In that gift, one was pens, notebook, and the flag. And they told me, we know you love your flag, and like I mentioned them before, like I love my flag and I love Afghanistan, and they mentioned me, yes, you love your flag and your country, and we want to surprise you. Saying when they give me the flag, oh my, it was different feeling, like when I like it. And I love it. Like from that time, I still have in my home in the wall. Like I fixed it in the wall. I still have it.
So it's still displayed.
Yes.
Beautiful. What is the second item you want to discuss?
It's about dress.
Yes, you mentioned clothes in Afghanistan. It's very unique.
Dress and clothes. It's a unique thing. Like, I mentioned you for women's and men's both. And I can give you example when we have a wedding ceremony in our country. Men's can make like 2 or 3 pairs, like, and they're wearing like every day 1 pair. But our women's, they're wearing like after each hour, they're wearing different clothes.
Why?
they're enjoying that wedding, like they're doing like showing and like
so
yeah, this is like wedding wear dress like that one, and some more different dress they're doing it. Like I will give you my example about my family. If in some wedding in our family, if my brother has a wedding or something, my sister, they're wearing a lot of different clothes. And they're enjoying
it's like a fashion show.
Like yeah, similar to fashion show. But they are doing dancing or a lot of things, and they're wearing a lot of good clothes. And if Korean go there and they see it, they will also do it. They will enjoy it. Like, okay, yeah.
So it's not just the bride, it's also the rest of the guests.
Yeah, it's the rest of the guests. Like most of the guests, they're doing it. Near relatives, they are doing it. But for relatives, they are bringing 2 or 3 players, not a lot. But for the men's, every day wearing different clothes for the wedding.
So what do people do when they change? The wedding just stops and they go change and then they come back?
No. The wedding is started and you feeling, I need to go change my clothes. You are going to change after you. Another is
so there's no specific time when everybody go to change?
Yes, and like in wedding, suppose my brother's wedding and my sisters, my other brothers' wives, my cousins, they have one group and that is similar clothes. For each thing, they're going together to change the same clothes and giving back and the same things and do perform a lot of things.
I actually have a question to you about weddings in Afghanistan. I have seen a video on Instagram, which might have been a lie, that Afghanistan still have the arranged marriages.
Yes, a lot.
And is that true that usually it's older men who marry very, very young women?
I'm not saying it's lie. It's true, but not always. It depend. It depend. Like if that old man has a lot of money, and they are going asking for the other family, and they're giving that, and I'm against that. I don't like that thing. Like if you want to marry your own, like near to your age, not too young. And I'm against the parents who has authority giving their daughter to the old man. That's not fair and that's not good.
What's the youngest age of a girl that can be married in Afghanistan?
It's starting from 16 for boys and girls both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess in Russia it's the same way. With the permission of parents, you can get married technically at the age of 16.
In Afghanistan, always like is the permission for both parents. From girl side and from boy side, male or female sides. Both parents are going together and talking like some arranged marriage, like they're talking about.
Okay, so it's 16, nothing younger than that.
Sometime younger than 14, 15.
Because the video I saw was like a girl, like a kid girl marrying like a very, very old guy.
It happened also like 13 years old or 14 years old, like. But I saw 15 years old also getting married. But I'm against that. I want to say like they can get married like whenever they're feeling they're young, but they can take care of their self and they can make their future.
Yes, absolutely.
It's not about only they're getting married. And sometime in the life, I know, like they will have a babies, like kids. How will they take care of their kids? They are still for their kids. How they will take care of their kids?
Yes. They're still kids themselves.
Yes, how that need to be figured out.
Yes.
And I'm saying like get educated, like when you have a stability and you can take care of yourself and the baby, just to get married on that time, not that time. And that's true. Like most of the people who have a lot of money and they're giving to that girl's father and they're getting married. That things that's going on. Like.
So we digressed a little bit with the marriages. What is the third item you want to discuss?
The third time will be food. And
food,
that is that is Kabuli Palav I mentioned. And like it's meat, rice, and you cooking that. Like first of all, you need to put rice in the water for some time outside, and you need to cook meat little bit. And that meat, when you cook little bit, you need to put it in rice in one pot, and then add a meat with it. And you need to use like carrots and something like that, on that, and you need to close the and the little bit slower fire, like not too much hard, like fast fire, and it's taking a little bit time when you see, and it will be so delicious when you
sounds very healthy too.
Yeah, it's healthy, and and the good thing in that is in Afghanistan we are not using too much spice. Like Indian foods, when you are using, it's too spicy, and I don't like spicy. Like most of people like, we have spicy food also, but that Kabuli palav is not that much spicy and is strong, is so healthy, and people are saying like if you eat that you will not get fat a lot. Yeah, but here like some food like you will eat, you will get fat.
You eat a donut and you gain 10 pounds.
Oh my God, it's a lot here. Like that's the reason I don't like fast food.
Yes.
I don't like fast food, yeah.
Yes. Well, Hamid, I've learned a lot about Afghanistan, and thank you so much for sharing your journey with me and with our listeners, and for visiting me today.
Thank you so much for inviting me here. Like it's nice experience and nice thing to talk with you.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks for tuning into the American Dream Podcast. For more episodes, subscribe on your favorite platform. Keep dreaming, and see you next time.